I was like the resident director. It started that year. That was the first year. Well, the first show, Jade Sandridge did the first show. But I did, I think, 16 the first year, so that means there were 6 or 7 outside other directors. Phyllis had moved to San Francisco with her daughter, Lisa Gerritsen played her, I don't remember her name. Her daughter, and she moved in with Henry Jones and Judith Rose, and I don't remember whether they were Lars relatives or what, but it was Phyllis existing in San Francisco. And it was much broader than the Mary Tyler Moore Show, because Cloris was a star, and Cloris was much, her comedy was a lot different. It's not as subtle as, the character of Phyllis on Mary was not as subtle as everybody else, because she was an ancillary character who could be this somewhat more outrageous. So the Phyllis Show was much more outrageous. It's hard, because you have to take that character and move him to the center. And it was difficult to move her to the center for some reason. They never got it. They did it great on Frasier, but I don't think that, the show was only on for 2 years, really. It wasn't as good as it could have been, or maybe it could have never been. You don't know what went wrong with it, but it was not as successful. And Cloris had 9 different ways to do everything. She could hold positions. She had 9 different positions to do on a line. And so after a while, I learned to say, after the second one, let's do the first one, so we wouldn't go down that road, because it tends to be, you got to keep it moving if you want. It's all about energy and stuff like that. But I learned a lot from her. She's really funny, and one of the best shows I ever did was on that show. It was the Little People. The Little People show, where Bess, that was her name. The daughter wanted to marry a boy whose parents were midgets. And so that was a problem for Phyllis, and she went to the office and she said to Leo, Dick Shaw, the kind of addled guy in the office, Bess wants to marry a boy whose parents are midgets. And Dick Shaw said, has she found one yet? Which is an amazing response to that.